I know it's loud when cars go by.
Thank you.
Recording. Ready?
Yay, we're recording.
Yay.
Yes.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Wendy.
Hey, people.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi. Hi, Peter. Hi, Yuri. Hi, Jen. Hi,
Wait
Wendy.
a few
Jen.
minutes, Peter, don't start yet. We got
Hi,
Hi,
Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Hi.
Hi, Diane Ling.
Hi,
Hi.
Stephen.
Hi, Diane Lynn.
Hi, Judy. Diane Lynn. Hi, Donna.
Hello, Lee.
Donna D.
The light here.
Yay.
Hi.
like
Alex.
Alex. Hello, Alex. Yay, the
Alex.
snow bunny.
Yay.
Snow angel.
Hey, Alex.
Hi.
William.
And
Hi,
on
Joey.
television with the
Yeah.
sledding
I know, can
11
you believe it?
times.
That was cute. That was fun.
I know,
Yeah,
it was
that
fun.
nice. That was,
was-
fun.
It was, she followed me around and then the cameraman was right behind her. She borrowed a
That was
sleigh.
a good run.
Yeah, thank you
yeah.
for sharing.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah.
I wish I was there.
Yeah, you
I
were.
know.
But I would have
yeah.
liked all of you to really be there. Like,
Yes.
you know, that was fun. Yeah. I was laughing
Well,
so
with
hard.
the camera on your
Hi,
sled, it didn't
Annie.
Hi,
feel
Annie.
like we were
Hi,
there.
Annie.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Annie.
Hi,
Hi,
Annie.
Hi.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Debbie.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hi, Debbie. Debbie.
Hi.
It's nice. I'm getting a different kind of view.
Oh, good. Okay.
There's Nuno.
Thanks, Nuno.
Uno.
Oh, Nuno.
Hi,
Hey,
Hi,
Nuno.
Judy.
Turn around.
Hey
you're
family,
Hi,
hey
Nuno.
beautifuls.
You're on the
Hi,
sideway.
hi Judy. I'm on sideways. Okay.
Yes.
There we go. There you
I
go.
have to. I
Quiet
always have
right
to
now.
teach the iPhone to do this. He's not very smart.
Hey,
The
Bob.
iPhone, I say. Hi Judy. Hi
Hi,
Diana.
Bev.
Everybody.
Hi, Nuno.
Hi,
Hi,
Diana.
Stephen.
Bev.
Go.
Hi, Alex.
You've been out
Hi.
in the sun.
Hi,
Hey,
Donna
Bev.
B. Hi, Jan.
Hi.
Me?
There you
Hi,
are.
Alex.
Hi, Jan.
Hi, Bev.
Hi, Julie. Hi,
Jan.
Brian.
Hi, Ed.
Hey
Hi,
Alex.
Wendy. Wendy
Hi,
and Wendy.
Alex.
Hi.
Hi, Bev.
Hey Scott.
Hi there.
Hey, Scotty.
Hey,
Oh,
Scott.
where's Scotty?
Hey, Scott. Hi, Yuri.
Hi,
Hi Yuri.
Where?
Hi,
I
Yuri.
Hi, Scott.
don't see him.
Hi,
Me
Julie.
neither.
I don't see
Hi,
him.
Wendy.
I don't see Scotty.
Yeah,
I don't either.
either.
I think you're
Oh.
confusing
Noreen.
Scott.
I think you're confusing Steven for Scotty.
Oh,
Steven.
Oh,
That's Steven.
hi, Steve.
Ne-
No restaurant.
We're all the same. It's okay.
Steven.
Yeah, we are.
Hi, Lee.
Hi.
You're on the same
Hi,
train.
Lee.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Christina.
Hi,
Catherine, you're on me.
Catherine's here.
Hi,
There, you're
Catherine.
off mute. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi,
Hi,
Hello.
Peter.
Peter.
Catherine.
Hello, everybody. It's so
Hi,
good to be
Catherine.
here.
Hello.
Mhm.
Lovely to see you.
Hello, Erica.
Hello.
He had a little hawk
Erica, I see you
experience.
now.
He flew over me, landed on a bare branch, looked at me, stayed about 10 seconds, and then flew off.
Message
Paula.
given.
Hello.
Nice.
Hi, Yuri.
I just saw
Hi,
one fly
Paula.
right by the
Paula.
window.
Hi, Paula.
Hello. Hi,
Hi,
Paula.
Paula.
Alex and Diana, everybody.
Good to see you.
Everybody, good to see you.
Uh,
And
Yeah.
Peter.
Do you want to start? I'll mute everybody. Peter, you can unmute.
Mute.
And Nuno has a friend who wants to be on the call. So Nuno, invite them or he or,
Do you think it's okay?
yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. She'll be thrilled. Her name is Deborah, and I have a very interesting
Hi, Nate.
story.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, Nancy.
I do know.
Peter, you're looking younger every
Nancy.
day. Everybody's looking younger every day. Is
Yes.
it me, Jess?
Peter, do we have liftoff? Or we still
Whenever
countdown?
you would like. So,
Anyways, let me mute everybody and Peter, unmute yourself, please. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna leave the people in the waiting room till you finish sharing.
okay. One of the sentences on many of one near the top is quantum has no secrets. Now, we're going to dive into that area. If we had secrets, we wouldn't do this because Sunny isn't there or here. And the secret is about Sunny.
Yeah, hold on. I got two more coming, so just,
Okay, there's Scotty.
hey, Scotty.
Hey, Scott.
Oh,
Scott's muted.
Hello,
There he
everybody.
is. Hello, Scott.
yes.
Oh, Peter.
Okay, I'm gonna leave everybody out in the waiting room now. Please go ahead.
Okay, and we're at 25. Basically, we have a range of 60 Earth years, with Stephen being the youngest at 29 and Harry being the oldest at 89. Sunny was born in 1945, so she's in that later realm. Sunny is dying. And only Sunny can change that. Now, Julie and
Yuri, Julie, Lee, and Diana have been helping her, and Jan as well. So,
right. Now, basically, there are two words that she is tying to. One is responsibility, and the other is balance. Balance is not possible without responsibility. So that's why you have a double trigger. So Julie and now Yuri and Bonnie are all playing in that. And we're simply dealing with that one word, responsibility. And then we unlock that word and we then are dealing with balance. Now, the basic problem is in Lemuria, before it went under 50,000 years ago, we had balance. Because the balance was love and positivity. And the technology was very low. And so the responsibility part is the first of which it's the first trigger. The second trigger is really no bias. This is very different than surrogate. Very different. Has nothing to do with surrogacy. Hi, Dan and Joy. How are you? So Yuri and I had a FaceTime this morning, about an hour's worth, and we unwound this. And now it's up to us. And remember, it's a double trigger. Yuri's holding part, Julie's holding part. Sunny is the one that's choosing to be blocked. So this is how important certain words like responsibility, like balance, really are. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back and bring you with me to things I was doing before starting the name one.
Peter,
Yes.
one question. I have 3 people, including Sunny, in the waiting room. Can I let them in?
Yes, please.
Okay. Peter, please go on. They're here but muted, so go on.
They are here. So I should be able to, by pushing, see them. Oh, there's Diana Martinez and Deborah.
Deborah,
It's my friend, yes.
Yep.
Thank you for having her.
I see Carolyn.
and Sunny can't join right now. Looks like she's having trouble.
Okay. All right. So for everybody, we're going to go into a state of backtracking. It is not meditation, because when you meditate, you're meditating to digital computers and you're using your consciousness. It is not prayer, because in prayer, you're using your consciousness and you're asking digital computers. It is traveling. So we're going to travel back, and we're using our quantum to do that. Now, you'll hit moments of having a tug of war with your consciousness. It's up to you to be strong. And you and only you. It's a small tug of war. It's a small, are you mind, thought, consciousness? Or are you quantum? some of you might say, oh, but I'm new. That has nothing to do with what I'm sharing. Nothing. It's just you're not used to it. But it doesn't mean it won't work. So whatever state that is, your quantum state, go there. And notice the attempts to pull you away from it. You will learn a great deal about yourself instantly. So now using your quantum, not even your magnificence, using your quantum, travel back. Now, when I do this, or did this, I haven't had to for several years because I brought everything to where anytime I would like, I can access it. But go back to balance. Now, some of you will say, but I can't balance. And I say, you did it for 5, you did it for all that time. $5,000 super cycles. And each super cycle is 34 zeros. That's a long time. And you didn't. You didn't know about it. You did it. So however you get there, go there. And it'll be different for every one of you. Because basically then we were equal because we were the same. Now we've added special and unique, but we're still equal. So you're traveling something you're totally familiar about. And it's 5,000 super cycles long. And for me, it just looked like swirls of circles. And each super cycle was that circle. 34 trailing zeros. It was long. It was 5,000. And that's what you're doing now. And you're no different. We all did that. We all travel. We all can travel back. And we just basically take the special and unique, and we're all equal. So it's balance, right? And it's the same balance. And it's the way we grew to what we are right now. So all we're doing is going back in circles. And each circle is 34 zeros. And we all did 5,000 super cycles because we're the one, not oneness, but one. Now, this is something that can be done over and over and over. And what do you do with practice, Alex? You get better. That's simple. Julie, Yuri, it gets better, period. We didn't have any energies then. We didn't even have special and unique. We simply had equal. We're all one. We're all doing it. It is simply a matter of you getting there, traveling. So balance started then, and we went to multiple balances. We went to magnificence, and we went to every life is unique. We added them. So balance, you've all done. And all you have to do is travel, and you got it. You can look at it directly. So again, it's not meditation. It's not prayer. It's simply travel. And you're traveling to what you have tremendous practice with. What I have the same practice with. Remember, quantum singularity and myself didn't go out as a twosome until after 5,000 of these. You and I and quantum singularity all practice the very same. We were all one, we were all equal. So the more you want to travel, the clearer this will get. And pretty soon, balance will become what you use then. Consciousness, thought, mind, brain, they didn't exist. But balance did. And if you don't know how to balance, how you used to balance, you don't know how to balance. It's that simple. There's Sunny. Says she's connecting to audio. She's still connecting to audio. So that's the point. Travel and know balance the same way I know balance. Because I traveled. Hi, Sonny. We're glad to see you. You're muted, Sonny.
Oh, thank you.
You're unmuted.
Didn't realize. I'm so appreciative to be here. Am I interrupting something or is it a good time to talk?
We were chatting about you
Oh, yay. Okay.
and balance and
Oh, excellent.
responsibility and triggers.
You know, your words to me through Yuri that I just received about maybe an hour ago were just right on, Peter. Oh my gosh, I couldn't agree with you more. I really feel that at a deep level, that it's not about things and it's not about other people, but just me and my magnificence and my balance and my reaching for quantum strength. I love it. So thank you for your words. I deeply, deeply appreciate them. And it's a huge relief. Huge.
And the only word you haven't said was responsibility.
Oh, I totally take that. Totally,
Okay.
totally, totally. Yes, I've known that all along. You bet. Absolutely. I
Peter,
take full responsibility and always have. Hi, Noreen.
Hi, Hector. There's Hector.
yes.
Hi, Hector.
Peter, can we take a deep dive into what it means to be responsible or for yourself?
Sure. To be responsible, Hector, is there anything you'd like to say?
No, I just got into the call right now, so I'm.
Okay, well, it's nice to have you on the call.
Big kisses
Same
to
back
all.
to you, Hector. Same back to you.
Peter, back to you.
Okay. So basically, we've all gone back to balance. We've traveled. We didn't use our mind, thought, brain consciousness. We recognize that we haven't practiced it, so we might not be very good at it. But we've done it. And the fact that we've done it means it's much more easy to practice from this point forward. But it requires traveling. That's a new word. But the traveling of the circles, you go from one to the next, and go all the way back, 5,000 circles. And you will see balance as you saw it then. And that it doesn't change. That's the amazing thing. It does not change. What balance was then, balance is now. Now we've gone 14,500 cycles. But you're taking my word for it. I've just shared how to travel. You can see it for yourself. So, any questions about the travel or any sharings about the travel? And we have 31 right now.
32 with the twofer, so.
Oh, yes, Brian is with Julie. Thank you.
33 with quantum singularity.
And 33 with quantum singularity. Thank you, Diana. So the subject is travel. That's much different than research. It's much different than going to a website and doing it. It's seeing it for yourself. I don't even have the word travel on many of one because I've done all the research. And I'm sharing it completely with the 100. But we're going further. For those who want to travel, now you can. I'm equal, you're equal. We're all the same to where we're traveling.
And Peter, as Jan is walking, quantum singularity is right on top of her head. So yes, US is here.
That's funny. So, any questions regarding travel? Look at the excitement of this. It's December 20th. It's winter solstice in one day. And you're being given, I'm sharing with you, my equals, something that will allow you to see for yourself.
That
Will
is,
balance change? No. But you'll be able to see it for yourself.
thank you.
And it's not
Thank you, Peter.
meditation, it is doing it whenever you're up to it. Right, Peter?
Correct.
Peter, I have a question about that. When we're calling in, or we're reaching for quantum strength, are we, and eventually we get really good at it and it becomes automatic. Is that what we're doing then, is traveling back?
No, Nancy, with travel, it's direct research.
Okay.
It's rather than taking and using roughly 13,000 words from any of one, you're able to travel back and see it for yourself. And that's very different. I mean, I didn't expect to find something as complex as Sunny's situation with Yuri and Julie. Being able to unlock the trigger. And then the trigger, once you have that unlocked, then you can see for yourself. And you can see if it fits the truth or not. But to keep Sunny alive, that was required. And Sunny is still with us.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you, Yuri.
Yay.
And others.
Yay.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, did Julie share anything yet?
Not really.
Well,
I'd love to hear your point of view.
well, thank you. When that first afternoon after the call, after the last call, and you said, you know, it's with you two, we talked, and Yuri came along as cheerleader, which was delightful. Julie was saying, well, I don't know, I'd kind of like to have Julie speak her words, and then I'll tell you what I perceived and kind of go from there. Julie, are you up to it?
Sure.
Go for it, babe.
Julie, get closer to your phone.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better.
Okay, I'll hold the laptop closer. We shared about reaching for quantum strength. We shared about how we have had all of the experiences from all of those lifetimes. And in Lemuria, we had this we were connected to our magnificence, and we could come from our magnificence. And then we had we were completely dropped into a lower vibration, and we had lifetimes and lifetimes of the lower vibration, and we held on to illnesses and sicknesses, and we tried to help everyone and use what we used to do. But now we have quantum strength, and we haven't had that. But it was because of all the experiences. And now we can connect back to ourself again. We can connect back to our magnificence again. And that's what we've been missing. We've been coming from our minds. We've been doing all of these healing works and healing modalities and helping everyone, and coming from our minds, coming from lifetimes of what our minds were telling us, but our minds weren't correct. And our magnificence is our way of speaking the truth, and it's our knowing that comes forth. And so now we can come at everything from our magnificence, not our minds. And now, for the first time, we have quantum strength. And so we reach for the quantum strength. We reach for it. And then as we connect to our magnificence and become our magnificence again, we just are our quantum strength. And so that's what we talked about. And that's how Sunny and everyone can come about everything, for healing, for anything they choose.
Thank
Is
you.
that it, Sunny?
Thank you, Julie.
Yay,
Wasn't that so beautifully said?
It was.
Julie's
Perfect.
incredible. Well, when she was said the key words of we've oh, I don't know, something like we can now leave all the illnesses and sicknesses behind. And this was the first day we were talking about it and tuning into it and feeling it. For me, what I just saw was like, I don't know, like looking under a microscope, and you can see all the little things, and they were just dissolving. It was just like whoosh, just gone. So that's what I kind of felt like I was there. So that's what I tuned back into it, and just see that as dissolving, and keep reaching for quantum strength. And we talked the next day as well, and felt like it was deeper. And but that first day, just coming to that of what those words she said, and then the dissolving, it was like I felt much stronger from then. Then we spoke the next day, and then it was like the talk about a trifecta. I'd reached out to Jan, and she did a clearing Friday night, and Bonnie, her genius machines worked on me all night apparently. Then Tammy, my daughter, and I talked with her Saturday morning about what she had gotten, and Tamara kept saying, well, what's the core issue? We see, we can use these vitamins and these foods, and she's not digesting proteins, and she's not digesting her food, and that's why this is happening. But what's the core issue? And then right after we finished with Bonnie, then I had a pre-arranged, preset appointment with Lee. So we got into more things and saw that generational things were cleared. And that's all, I understand that's all pre-quantum. But it was interesting having all of that at the same time and kind of connecting the dots. for Tamara and myself. And I work heavily with her with with homeopathics and with knowing different things because she's such an empath and she lives across the field from me here at the farm and picks up everything I'm going through. So then that gives me kind of a guideline as to where I need to make changes and adjustments. And then last night it was just an incredible night. I kept and even like at 2 and 3 in the morning, Tamara was down here and we were giggling and laughing and she was saying, well, you know, if something happens, and I said, you mean if I kick off? And she said, yeah. I said, just flush my ashes down the toilet, you know, the body isn't important. And so, you know, then it was like she left and I just started, I had been already reaching for quantum strength. And then I got into this thing of, well, Scott and I from way back have always enjoyed little ditties, little rhymes and whatnot. So I was saying, and I thought, you know, Sonny, just jump in there. Doesn't matter if you don't use the correct words, just whatever spurs you on, gets you moving towards a stronger relationship with your magnificence and towards quantum strength. So I just kept reaching for quantum strength. And I would say, quantum strength is keeping me alive. Quantum strength helps me to thrive. And just over and over and over. And that for me gets me going, gets my juices going. And then it's like, okay, I reach for quantum strength. I am alive. I reach for quantum strength. I thrive. And then it was just like really set the you know, the ball rolling even more. And then it was like, okay, what what do I want? And it was like, oops, are you still there? Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good, because
You're
my
on.
screen totally
Yeah.
went to the home page. I don't know what I did.
But you're still there.
Okay, good. So
There you go.
thank you. Yeah. And then I was calling on you, Peter. I don't know whether you heard me during the night. And you know, asking for surrogacy or what do I need to know? And then later in the morning, I won't go into all the details, I find out, and I'd been having connection challenges because I called Diana Cairo and we had, I don't know, like 15 times it kept dropping to try to get a complete message. And she had gotten the message from Yuri that you had called Yuri and given her these words. And I thought, oh my God, or oh my quantum. These are so right on, Peter, that it's not what treatment somebody else does for me, or what vitamins or foods or supplements or whatever do for me. It's, you know, the core issue, the bottom line is my relationship and my quantum strength. It's my relationship with my magnificence. And I've kind of felt that all along. And it's like, before when people were wanting to do things for me, it was like I kind of didn't want that because I felt like it was in some way getting in my way, because I guess it just seems like even at that time I knew it was between me and my magnificence. and don't mess with my process and my path, because I'm on this path and I've chosen it and I'm learning certain things. And whether you perceive it as good or bad or right or wrong or whatever, it's what I'm learning and what I need to know. And so anyway, I'm just kind of reaffirming that I love where I am and I love what I'm knowing and continuing to know and continuing to balance, and how right on your words were, Peter. I went, oh my gosh, what a huge relief to hear the words that you were speaking. And, it's like, okay, this is something I can work with. I don't have to be concerned about a hospital or different, medical things or whatever. And I thought, this I can do. I can do this. This I enjoy doing. Yes. So that's kind of where I am. So I'm glad. And I kept saying to Tamara, we're playing with this about kicking off. I intend to stay here and I intend to do this path. And, my God, all these years I've been wanting to work with humanity in a new and higher way. I'm sure not going to leave it this time. This is when it starts to get fun. And I said, my God, here at 2 or 3 in the morning, I'm actually having fun. How long has it been since I've felt like this? Like I was having fun. And I was interested to see that all Bonnie's graphs were saying how down I was. I was lonely and I was sad and I was this and I was that. And I'm going, well, yeah, that's true. And then Lee was getting all these different things about, repeated sexual abuse and how that was, carrying on and whatnot and generational stuff. And it was like all this stuff that we've all gone through. And my God, do you all realize how incredible each and every one of us are? How magnificent we are? Holy quantum. I mean, we're setting a new template. With Peter, what we're doing is beyond magnificent. So keep on keeping on, gang. We can do this. And yes, I'm going to win the tug of war. You bet, Peter.
Yay!
Yay, Yuri.
Yay.
And oh my gosh, Yuri's talk about fun. She's giving me such a treat tomorrow. I can hardly wait.
I'll see you tomorrow. I love you.
I know
Yay,
you
Sunny. Yay, Sunny. Very
Thank you.
inspirational.
Yay.
Thank you,
Wonderful to
Nuno.
see you.
Thank you, Sunny.
You look
Thank you
all new, brand
You
new.
girl. You
Yes,
go,
brand
Sunny.
You bet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
And I
Thank
can
you,
feel your
Sunny.
strength,
We love
Sunny.
you.
Everyone.
You're actually
Thank you, Nuno. Yes,
sharing
I
your
can
strength
too.
with all of us.
Yes, I
Yes.
feel your strength
And
And
yeah,
in your
Yay.
love.
very,
Yay.
very powerful.
Oh,
Thank you.
Alex.
I love
Oh,
you,
Alex.
Sunny.
Thank you, baby. I wanted to tell you, thank you so much for taking me sledding with you. I loved it. Talk about fun. And
I
that's
know.
what I and my child needed. And
Yes.
it was like, oh, when I saw that video, I went, yes. And
I-
saw
and
your
I
words
thank
that you
you.
took me.
Yes.
Oh, love
Yes.
it.
I have not stopped thinking about you, and I had such a pain in my lungs, and I know it's from a deep sadness, like how you say, from way back in generations. And I just keep grabbing. Sometimes I get scared and I think of Nuno and his heart, and I'm like, we can all do this. And I just keep grabbing for quantum strength. And so if I can do it for me, I can do it for you. But you have to do it for you, and you're doing it for you.
Indeed. Yeah. And I've gone
Thank
through that
you.
thing with the heart thing too. And
Yeah.
which was, I thought, oh my God, this is terrifying. And then I tested and I went, no, that's just the ego saying terrifying. This is just another thing. Just start breathing like Scott taught you. Okay. Deep breaths. Okay. And then I start doing tapping points too. And it's like, all right, this is just another thing. The body's just talking to you. What's going on? Let's get some balance in here. So, and I wanted to say to everybody in the group, if I don't respond to emails or on the iMessages, it's just taking too much energy from me. And I know that's pre-quantum, but it's just taking too much from me at this time. So know that I appreciate every comment that's made, and I would like to be responding, but sometimes texting and emailing, just even the typing is just too much. And I just need to, kind of pull
No
back for
worries.
now.
No worries.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you,
We love
Sunny.
you.
No
We
bias,
can hear your sunshine coming through. It was just like Julie's
Thank
dream.
you.
Julie's dream
Yes.
for her
Oh, that's sweet.
grandchildren when she spoke that. Like, even
Right.
though I've never met any of you, that is how I have always seen you. That is how you come through to me. I mean, I was able to steer better going down the hill. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't hit anybody.
Oh,
It was so fun.
yay. As a child, I used to love going tobogganing up at our family cabin up at Lake Arrowhead in the San Bernardino Mountains. And I loved the toboggan. We just would go over and over and over again, and seeing you doing that. I loved how clever and how very quantum of yes, Scott, the newscast 6, channel 6
Channel
news.
6, yeah. When they
I
came up to
know.
me, and Trisha, the lady that came up to me, she came up to me 3 times. I offered her a ride down the hill. She looked at me like, what is wrong with you? She wouldn't go down with me, but she borrowed my sled and she went down a soft thing. They actually were in their van and they put all that together. She came up to me 3 different times, the cameraman
Wow.
right behind her. And they spliced that all together from the helicopter. Did you see that one?
Oh my God.
When you look at again, it's from the helicopter, and she's going down the hill with her thing, but she was too afraid to go down with me, I could tell. But she goes, "How old are you?" And I'm like,
how young am I? What did you say?
I said, I'm in my 60s. You know, I was thankful she didn't put down a lot of stuff that I said. She was very nice. She was very, very nice.
Sweet.
She lives in
Sweet.
the area, and she came right up to me like she just couldn't get enough 3 different times. So it was quite
Well, I
funny.
can't imagine why.
And all the
Miss Quantum.
children and all that energy and all the rainbows in the snow, like that, you know, when each
Yes.
particle of frozen ice is a rainbow.
Yes.
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 Sonny,
Magical.
Sonny, I have to tell you that
Hector.
I like your precious, beautiful hair.
Thank you. I washed it and I combed it, but I haven't combed it this morning. I barely got out of my night clothes. It's
It
been
is so
interesting
beautiful.
lately. And it's like, at this point, I don't even care. It's like, whatever.
You look beautiful, honey.
I'm still alive. That's where we're going.
Well,
Beautiful.
you know,
Kira,
Sunny,
can I share what you're doing for me?
I'm sorry.
I was saying to Yuri, could I share what gift she's giving me tomorrow?
Well, it's your choice.
Okay, well,
Have to.
she's taking her sweet mama to, her mama loves to go to the casino. So she's going to the casino, which is just like I learned just yesterday, like 25 minutes away. So she had the idea that if she and her mom stayed the night for one night in the room, and then the next night I could be there and I could have peace and quiet and the whole solstice day all to myself. So I could do solstice work. And I love the things you've been sharing, Scott, your poems, etc., as always. And so I went, okay. And before it would have been, oh, gee, I have to do this, I have to do that. It was like my magnificent said, you need some fun, we're doing this. And I went, aye, Captain. And so I'm looking forward to Christmas lights, because when I was growing up, and even my years with David as well, family in Tamry, we celebrated Christmas. And here at the farm, we kind of don't, because there's not much room, and we just, there's no room for a Christmas tree. But I really miss the scent of pine and the lights especially. I just have a thing for bright colored lights. I can't imagine why. And so I really miss that. So going to the casino, I'm so excited. I'll get to see Christmas decorations. And I used to always decorate. I mean, my mom decorated from head to toe our big home. And then I did with our family home with David and Tamry. And so it's been kind of really sad the past few years here, not feeling like I'm really celebrating. And so anyway, and Yuri's bringing me turkey that
Yes.
she did herself with herbs from the garden, because I love turkey. And I'm now, I mean, I've made a lot of changes lately. It's like, okay, Sonny, you're not getting enough protein. What do you need to do? So I'm back on eggs and chicken, and I love turkey. I had lots of turkey for Thanksgiving. And I'm on dairy, and, and Bonnie had given me this real special yogurt, I don't know, a long time ago. And so and Tammy and I go to the bargain stores, and I found some really incredible yogurt for a good price. It's got cream in it. And so I'm really changing as I'm guided, and making these different changes. And so anyway, I'm having fun, and I love that I'm with all of you having fun. So thank you, Peter. I love you. Big hugs, honey.
Yeah,
And
my
thank
mom,
you,
mom is
Yuri.
turning 88. 88 on the 22nd. She's
Oh,
88.
happy birthday.
Wow.
Isn't
Oh,
that so
your mom.
incredible? 88?
That's
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So
But-
we're
Happy
gonna
birthday.
have a little celebration in casino tonight. And
Yeah,
turn it
that's
over.
great. But those of you who don't know Yuri's mom, she's considered a high roller by many
No,
casinos.
no.
Don't bring all the money back home to you.
No, she doesn't spend. She usually wins.
Yeah, I know.
Good for her.
But the casinos want her to come back all the time. So
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Yuri, for taking
Oh,
care of
no,
Sonny
thank
and your
you.
mom.
Yes, thank you. That's very
Thank you.
sweet.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love to see Sunny. I mean, that's another big bonus,
yes.
right? Yeah.
And I
Everybody-
love to see Yuri and Kikuyo too.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, and you know what, Sonny, the most important thing, I mean, there's many important things, but today with Peter's words is the recognition that we all are here loving you and supporting you. But ultimately, this is a challenge
Whoa.
between you and your magnificence. And we're here to,
Yes.
love you and give you that support on the sidelines, but it is your choice to live. It is your choice to thrive, as you say. And you know what? You have
You bet.
everything you need inside of you, a choice
Yep.
to become your magnificence. And the only way that can happen is you take 100% responsibility for you and for your life,
You
knowing
bet.
that if you don't choose to live, that no matter what anybody wants to do, we can't help you because we're
Yep.
not allowed to help you in that way. And so in the
Exactly.
past, there may have been a pattern of always expecting something outside of you to come in, and there was
Yep.
imbalance there. But now you have the clarity
Yep.
and the understanding 100% with Peter's words and Julie and Yuri's
Yep.
support and Bonnie and Jan and
Yep.
I
And
mean, you've got
yours.
quite a team and Lee.
Yep.
So what's beautiful now is that you
Yep.
have that clarity and that knowing. So it can be
Yep.
different this time. It can be different. So
I know.
how
I love it.
amazing that,
I love
yeah,
it.
yep, that you can change that in
Indeed.
your knowing, you can balance it and create a different experience. So I love you.
I love it. I
Thankful.
love it. I
Yeah.
know you do, honey.
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
We are.
Thank you,
here to support
Diana.
But also,
Thank
I
you,
want to
Diana. We
thank-
love you, Sonny.
Yeah,
Thank
I like to
Thank you,
thank
sweetie.
Sunny too, because through this experience, I learned so much from this. Having the conversation with you, Julie, Peter, Diana, Lee, Jan, Bonnie, about this, right? Allow me to. This was an accelerated process for me to really learn
Me too.
a lot. So thank you, Sunny. You actually help all
You're
of us.
welcome, Yuri.
Yay!
And,
Reach
Yay,
for
indeed.
strength.
and
So I would like to share something
Please.
that will help all of you.
Yay.
And it's great to do it once or 3 times a day. 2, don't do that. That's a mistake. Do it 1 or 3. And In some places, it's called the complete breath. Now, Scott mentioned it when he talked about breathe right, but the complete breath is in threes. So we're going to do it. I'm not going to share it with you. We're going to do it.
Thank you.
Take your chest and get rid of all oxygen. Now, if you look at it, you work on the top first, the middle second, and the base third. Now you have all oxygen out. Now bring it in. Start with the base, but don't go higher. Then go to the middle. So you're pushing your stomach out as far as you can. And then you're bringing it into the middle. And then you're filling up the top. So you have a lot of oxygen. You have more oxygen, and you're all oxygen. Now go the other way. Take what's in the top and expel it. Then take what's in the middle and expel it. Now take what's in the base, including your protruding stomach, expel. You have just done complete breath. And when you do it 3 times. And if there's a certain day when you want more, do it 3 times 3. Don't do it twice. Do it once, which is a set of 3, or do it 3 times, which is 3 sets of 3. And the healing you'll get from that is enormous.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Peter, are you
Thank you,
breathing
Peter.
in
Thank
through
you.
your mouth and out your nose, or what are you doing with between your nose and your mouth?
In through my nose, out through my mouth.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thanks.
Just some sharing about that. I was considering breathing a few days ago, and because it's easier sometimes when you can add truths to the breathing. So when Peter had deep breaths on the Daily Intense webpage, I started to work with bottom breaths. So using the bottom, not deep, but bottom. And I found that to be very, very moving in my physiology. All my physiology changed a lot. And I was able to go, very, very deep. So this is, I had these considerations a few days ago. So thank you for this. Very,
Thank you, Nuno.
very important.
What I just shared with you is the complete story. You get most of it through your stomach, but you get all of it by adding the middle part and the top part. Any questions about breath? Breath and blood are very tight. Breath and blood and water.
It's
Peter,
sorry. Go ahead, Stephen.
Oh, no, sorry. I had a quick question. I was doing some breathing, some deep breathing through my nose and into my stomach. And I would probably do between 30 and 40 long, deep breaths. And then I would do a hold for, anywhere between 2 and 4 minutes. I think, once you get a lot of oxygen in your system, it's quite easy to hold. But in those moments of holding, that was when I would be able to access my magnificence in its clearest state. Is that something that you've done before, or something that you would recommend against, or I just have any comment on?
It's more than you need.
Okay.
3 sets of 3.
3 sets of 3. Okay.
Anybody needs. Who knows about quantum?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Peter,
Yes.
I can't feel the top, middle, and bottom. I can feel the bottom. So just practice. That's new to me.
Yes, practice.
Okay. I know
And
that
then,
word.
As you practice it, Alex, you get better.
I could feel a difference just from this one time. I could feel the difference.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Peter, are you ever holding the breath from the inhale for a little bit and then the exhale, or is it continuous?
Yeah, I hold.
Okay.
I hold probably for about 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So after you get all the air out of the lungs, Peter, you do 3 inspirations, 3 deep breaths, right? One in the lower part, the other one in the middle area, and then the upper.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
It's Stephen will be glad to know it's also part of fasting. The complete breath.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
After I started with quantum, breathing took on another totally different level. Because when you're practicing returning to quantum and you start practicing breathing, very quickly you go to some you get acceleration, it's very fast. So breathing I am amazed with that. Thank you.
Blood and water and breathing go together.
Yeah. And those are 3 big parts of us, of the quantum parts. So that's not surprising that moves us so much, that changes so much in the positive way, of course.
Correct.
And oxygen.
Yeah.
And plasma also, Peter.
Sorry. And
yeah, it's water.
The plasma in the blood. Yep.
What's got it?
The plasma in the blood.
Yes. Remember, water, the highest part, is creation. And then plasma, 4. And then air or atmosphere. And then water and water combines. That's where you get the blood. It's actually water combining with plasma. And then ice, and that's where you get your body. Your body is gathered from dirt, which is taken from the ice.
Thank you for sharing that, Peter. That's incredibly helpful for all of us. We are probably, what are we, how long we've been on the call recording? Like we're at 3:08, so it's been a little bit. I was just, how long are you?
128.
108?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you guys got on earlier. I'm just saying, is doing the traveling still something that we can do today? You were going to take us.
Just, Diana, do you want to travel more? Or
well, I mean, I was out. I totally enjoyed it, but I'm just, for time's sake, I'm just commenting like I'm going, are we good with what we've shared? Because I know we want to stay in these calls as long as we can and enjoy being all together. So it's just that the time goes so fast. So I'm just checking back in with you to say, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or share regarding that? Or we're just going to talk about some questions people have now?
we can do questions.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make a comment. My mom, I may have to go before we sign off, and I just wanted to invite everybody to a pre-Christmas party on the 23rd, like we did for Thanksgiving. We had talked about, possibly doing another thing. So wanted to see if anybody and everybody would be open to doing a pre-Christmas celebration on December 23rd that evening, like we did for Thanksgiving, which would be Peter's, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time.
6
It would be
6
it'll be 7 o'clock, right? Central Standard Time, 6 o'clock Peter's time. So that is just putting that out there as another option.
Yes.
And Noreen can send the link.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Question.
That was going to be my question. I had asked if there were going to be any subsequent calls after winter solstice.
Yes. Now you know.
Well, my wife even asked me that a little while ago.
Pardon
And
me?
I said we would decide that during this call.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes. And
Is that okay with Nell, Peter?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, tell her thank you. We appreciate it. We
So
appreciate her sharing it.
will we be going to continue to have regular weekly calls?
Probably.
yeah, at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll just see how it goes.
Yes.
Well, we're in 11 magic days. In of the winter solstice. So they started 5 days before, and they continue 5 days after 26. And we're basically helping everybody.
Yes.
Let's go through the 3 parts. The evil part, which is to live backwards, evil, live backwards. They're gradually going to pretty much already gone to Earth 2, which looks enough like their current life and the fact that they aren't very aware. So Earth 2 is where everybody evil is headed. And they're no longer part of the balance. Because that's, once they die, for them, it's over. And they won't even remember that they did that they were evil. So those who have chosen to stay evil are handled and not in balance. We're not balancing for them. Then what do you have left? You have pre-quantum, and there are zillions. And there's quantum, and there's 100. And we're part of that 100. And those that are close, the 100 is going to grow. It's not going to shrink.
Yes.
So there's 100 in quantum. Most are already past the threshold. There are zillions in pre-quantum. So, what's going to grow? From my perspective, there will be growth in quantum. There will be shrinkage in pre-quantum.
Yay.
But there's no script. There's just action.
An endless party time.
Right.
And doing.
Exactly.
And to just for information, no, the yogis in India have known about breath and the different ways it impacts the body for thousands of years. So,
well, the one common thing of pre-quantum is lack of full responsibility. There's only one word. You just don't want to do it.
and Peter,
It's so easy to be able to blame it on something else.
yes. And the other comment I'd like to make is being in the dryer is a practice you don't want to do because it's an error on the quantum side. So if you think it's casual, go for it, but you're choosing to stay in pre-quantum. You have to be free all the time, not sometimes.
Yeah, so your point is a good point, Noreen, and it's to take responsibility for the choices that we're making and for the actions that we're taking. If we end up in the dryer, we don't need to hang ourselves, but we need to know that we want to do better and avoid that behavior and, make choices that support us in becoming our magnificence and living in quantum truth.
Yeah, and to balance and use the quantum strength to get out.
Yes.
Yes.
Just don't
But
write.
pivot, isn't the word pivot, Peter?
Yeah.
Yep.
And get out.
It's a gauntlet of dryers.
It's kind of painful.
And you can, and one can ride the dryers in 3rd dimension, 5th dimension, 7th dimension, wherever you want to be dimensionally. So it's endless dryers also available to you.
We don't.
Oh dear.
Yeah. As long as we can get in one, we will get in one. So that the trickster will not compromise, as Peter said also.
That's where the self-responsibility comes in. No, no, not
Yeah.
you're in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Practicing.
Yeah,
Endless practice.
Yes.
yeah, it's not trickster's fault. You are allowing it to run your life.
Oh, yeah, of course. The trickster is just showing you that there's more work to do, to be done.
Endless growth.
Yeah.
You're showing yourself. I mean, the trickster is very comprehensive. Full reality is even more comprehensive. So many of these things are beyond our trickster. But we still have to deal with them. And we are zero errors. So each one of us is zero errors. And there's a lot of things that'll trip us up. But there's nothing that we're omitting. So it's a totally fair system. There's no back door. We either do it or we don't.
No buts or maybes, just do it.
Yeah, no try.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Yes.
Well, I certainly can feel a lot of acceleration these last few days.
Yes.
It's been amazing. It's like, you talk about youth, Peter, and I've been feeling some of these things for a while, but this last week, it's been amazing because I can say that I literally can feel my body change, the form, because the form is the end game, right? Everything is in the form, is encoded in the form that we have right now, our actual form. So when we change ourselves, when we reformulate ourselves in the quantum truths, our form, that's what I feel, our body, our form relates to that, and you change automatically. You feel the change.
Correct.
I can even feel my bones sometimes, go thick.
Wow.
It's, yeah, the eyes and the lips and everything, the skin.
And what is the signal that we have done everything we can with form?
I don't know.
Youth.
Okay. I don't even comprehend how that's going to be, because this has been gradual. So I can feel it more and more.
Place in the spaceship.
Oh. What?
Youth will take place in the spaceship. It takes about 6 hours.
Wow.
Until then,
Party time.
party with your own body. Unless
Beam me up, Scott.
Scotty.
Scotty.
Beam me up, Ashtar.
We're ready.
Exactly.
And,
All right, I gotta get up there first.
again,
Then I can beam out.
Be our guest.
Yes, Peter, also a reminder for everybody that it's a person by person happening. It's not universal tomorrow or day after or 5 days after.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
Well, that's what the rest of the dryer people are waiting for, the ascension. That's
Yeah.
person by
That's
person.
what we were waiting for a long time, me included.
Yes.
Well, not a long time, just for a year maybe. Then Peter came along and I said, "Whoa, it's a completely different story, but I like this story better."
It's a better
quantum.
scenario.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, right around that time will be the RV. But anybody that thinks they can affect the RV is using mind, body, conscious, brain. It has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with readiness. And then that unlocks a sequence.
Whoa.
But balance is the key. And
Yeah.
that's why I took everybody on the trip. Because
thank you.
in all probability, you're going to be faster now because you know how to look for yourself. And I'm not talking about what somebody did. I'm talking about what you did. So everything you're doing, you can now travel and add what you see to what balance is. And what we did for 5,000 supercycles. Remember, we had everybody's thing. That's the ultimate of equality, right? If you're equal, then you're the same. You don't have unique and special until you have your magnificent. You can all go back and look. And what is that going to do? One thing. You'll be able to see for yourself. What's wrong with seeing for yourself? Nothing. You just get better because you're more comprehensive.
Well, if you could see it for yourself, you're going to make all of those connections. It's not going to be outside of you. It's going to be definitely far more powerful and relevant. So
Correct.
that's really helpful. Thank you.
It's an experience filament,
Yep.
a ready one.
A common one. It's common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see it for yourself. And you won't do too much. You won't do too little. You'll do what you need each day.
Yeah, that's a big deal also.
Right.
We always feel that we are not doing enough, and sometimes we are doing too much.
Exactly.
I relate to that.
Because the word is balance. What does balance mean?
Enough.
What's not enough? Not too much, not too little. Enough.
Thank you, Peter.
What is wrong with being better? Nothing. So, 3 days from now, right? Wednesday,
We'll
we'll
see.
get back together at 6 o'clock
Mountain.
And,
Mountain Time.
and,
Peter,
and bring Nell if she is available to come.
Yes, and include her. We'd love to have her.
Yeah, we'd love to have her.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
Christina, you too. And maybe your sister will want to come too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
I was,
Jennifer.
I was hoping that I could at least get her to say hi.
Yes.
That would be fun.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe the
Yeah.
kids. You can see Dad's grandkids.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
Awesome, yes. Oh, so Peter, you're all going to be in Dallas then, or around Dallas?
Are you going, Peter?
No, we're gonna stay here.
You're gonna stay home?
I'm the only one going. We're gonna drive
Wow.
down.
Good, that you can go.
Who's taking care of your kitties?
Yay.
My friend's gonna come over and play with them every day.
Nice.
A pretty full car with all the kitties in there are playing.
I don't think they would like my sister's dogs very much.
They got a good place on the lake. They're not gonna beat that. They're not going anywhere.
Exactly.
So they can still confine us here, but they will not prevent us to travel like 14,500 super cycles.
Right, we won't prejudge. They're invited. That's the point.
No bias.
All right.
I have a last question. You know,
Okay.
we began talking about traveling and you share how to travel. Before we initiate traveling, is it important to have focus?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, focus is your actual tool. So your focus is on balance.
First thing.
Yes.
Remember, the way we navigate quantum is focus.
Yes. You don't want to end up.
Thank you, Yuri. That's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
Or-
thought
Yeah,
that
thank
was
you,
important.
Yuri. I was thinking about that before.
Don't wanna go
Thank
to
you for asking.
Not yet, so.
I had Peter, this is Paula, another question about that traveling. And you said traveling was different from your magnificence. But when I travel to focus to get to that, to see that place, you have to, I have to use my magnificence to recognize it. So is that the difference you're talking about? Travel is the getting there, magnificence is recognizing it, or you define that a little better?
Whether you use your magnificence or not doesn't really matter.
Really?
What matters is focus.
Focus and using the quantum, you said.
Right.
Yes, not magnificent.
You're actually going before your magnificence exists.
Oh, okay.
Don't think about it, Paula. Don't think about it. Just be it.
Just do it.
I knew the thinking was in there. I was trying to figure that out.
No
Figure
figuring.
that part out, yes.
Let's do it.
Thank you, Paula.
Called mind and
Thank you.
consciousness in
Yeah,
action.
no, that's a great question.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Paula.
Thank you.
Thank
And thank you, Sunny. I wanted to say thank you, Sunny, for sharing that your story. It takes a lot of courage, and all the love and support from our family is just very touching and heartfelt. Thank you. And thank you, Peter, for today's call. And I learned a lot. Thank you.
Peter. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Peter.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Wonderful to see you all.
Yes.
And to
Okay,
connect.
See everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everybody.
Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
See you on
Love to all.
Go.
I love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
so much.
Catherine.
Bye,
Thank
Catherine.
you.
Everybody.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
See you Wednesday.
Bye-bye, Debbie.